There is no pain like the pain of betrayal. To have your trust broken by somebody who was supposed to love you, somebody who you believed you could depend on, who you believed would be there for you when they cheat on you, when they step out on you, when they commit infidelity, when they commit adultery, is all the same. It's the same idea. The pain is excruciating. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how to make the pain stop. This video is especially for that person who caused the pain. You were unfaithful. You, in a bad moment or in a bad few moments, bad few nights or days, you did something that nearly destroyed the person you said you love. And what I want you to know is that there is hope for you and there's hope for that person. You can recover, but you got to do this. You have to do this. If you want to make the pain stop, you got to do what I'm going to prescribe for you in this video. Do not skip ahead. Don't try to leapfrog this video, because if you try to truncate or shorten or leap over the process, the pain will continue to linger and the relationship will suffer more and more and more, but you can absolutely recover. Hey, if we haven't met, my name is Rod Harrison. I'm glad you're here on my channel. If you will, like and subscribe if the material is helpful to you. But I focus on helping couples be their absolute very best. I believe in the marriage relationship. I believe it's the most powerful relationship on earth next to a relationship with God. And I'm going to give you something today that if you've been through infidelity or betrayal, if you have caused it, this is going to be a help to both of you. But I believe especially to the person who did it, but they're sorry and they want to make things right. They really are serious about fixing what they broke. This video is just for you. So let me share with you what you got to do. At some point, you have to stop apologizing and start empathizing. Did I go too fast? I tried to go slowly. At some point, you got to stop apologizing. Apologies begin to ring hollow without empathy. They just sound like a broken record. When your spouse or partner who you were unfaithful to begins to rage, and they will begin to rage, when they go silent, when they don't want to be touched, when they don't want to be around you because they think you're gross, because they think I don't even know why I'm still with you. And they bring up things that happened, and then they ask questions like, so what about this? And were you here? And what did y'all do? And how long did you have the relationship with this person? And they just keep bringing up the things that you thought you had moved beyond, that you thought I think I explained that before. I did my best, to be honest. And then you go into apology mode again. And I understand why, because you're trying to say, hey, I'm really sorry. Now, this video is for people who are legitimately sorry. Like, this ain't for the fakers. Like, if you're here to fake, like, get off this video. This is not for you. You're like, man, you kicking me out? Like, yeah, if you don't want to do some work, like, this is not the video for you. But if you want to do some work, this is the place. Stop apologizing and start empathizing. Apologies simply keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. And like one of my clients once said to me, I'm tired of saying I'm sorry. How long do I have to say I'm sorry? I said, you said you're sorry, but sorry is not enough. You've apologized, but apologies don't fix stuff. Apologies don't make people better. Apologies don't stop the pain. Apologies, as I said, begin to ring hollow because it's just words. It's just words. Like, a person who's in pain don't want to just keep hearing words. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Because you know what they're going through in their mind? Well, if you're so sorry, why did you do it? Why did you do it? Please holler back at me in the comments if you're the person who was hurt and I'm on your row, as we like to say, please let me know, because the pain is still so present and it's overwhelming and it gets triggered easily, quickly, powerfully, and takes the person who's been betrayed, it takes them all the way back down that dark memory lane of what it was like to first discover the infidelity. So stop apologizing and start empathizing. You're like, well, how do I do that? Like maybe you've heard of the concept of empathy or empathizing. It means to demonstrate some compassion and to, maybe you can't put yourself in the other person's shoes, but you can try to see things from their perspective. It means that you develop a deep respect for their pain, a deep care for their pain, and you begin to almost feel just a touch of what they feel. It's like you fully begin to recognize this was so horrible for them. I can't imagine if I was in that position, what it would have been like for me. See, that's what empathy begins to say. So there's apathy. Apathy is when you're like, hey, that's tough for you. That's just too bad. There is sympathy. Sympathy says, hey, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry. Empathy says, I'm really sorry that happened. I'm really sorry that happened on my watch. I hate what I've done to you. I hate how I've stolen your trust or wrecked your trust, and I've stolen your joy. I've stolen some of the best parts of you. I've crushed you, and I'm real. That breaks my heart that I've done this to you, and I want to make this right. See, that's what empathy says. So stop apologizing and learn to empathize. Empathy is I like to call it the quintessential emotional expression of emotional maturity, or expression of emotional maturity. Like, a lot of people don't know what empathy is. Oftentimes when I'm working with couples and they have never, okay, well, let me back up for a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oftentimes when I'm working with a couple and someone cheats, it is an indication that they may not know much about empathy in their own experience. And oftentimes when I'm working with couples, I discover that they experience trauma in their own lives, neglect, abuse, abandonment, and their emotions became dulled to the point that they lost their sensitivity. So they couldn't feel why they were cheating, apart from the physical aspects of the cheating. They couldn't feel what it must have been like for their partner or spouse on the other side. And so empathy is something that you have to learn. And the good news is that you can develop it, you can learn it. And when I'm working with clients, I'm often trying to help them develop and feel and really grasp, not simply understand here, but grasp here and in here what the other person is going through. So if you want to stop the pain, stop the apologizing, and start empathizing. Stop hurrying and start healing. So often when people betray their spouse, cheat, step outside of their marriage, and they are found out, they want an apology. They want an apology to be sufficient. And when the faithful spouse says, well, I forgive you, and we'll talk about that in a moment, they want to hurry through. And so they want it to be over. They want us to, like, can we move forward now? Like I said, I was sorry, and I said I'm not going to do this anymore. And it's like they want to speed up the process of getting this thing over with, closing this chapter, shutting down this bad part of the relationship. But you got to stop rushing and stop hurrying and stop just trying to get over it. My wife and I were talking the other night, and we were talking about some painful things that happened in her childhood and how sometimes they pop back up, and they're painful things from my childhood that pop back up. She says, okay, I shouldn't bring this up. I need to just get over it. You know what I said? Please don't just get over it. Work through it. So you can't just get over these painful injuries. It's like you're in the worst car wreck of your life emotionally. and you got to go to the hospital, and you got broken bones, and you've got internal bleeding, and you've lost the ability to function in some parts of your body, and you can't just get over that. Like, nobody just gets over it. And I'm kind of on my soapbox for a moment. Like, stop pushing people to hurry up and get over stuff so that you can feel better, so that you can cleanse your conscience, so that you don't have to carry the guilt of what you've done. And I'm not saying you need to be condemned. I hope you are forgiven, and I hope you know that there's a God who is able to forgive you, but do not hurry the process to better. You cannot go 80 miles an hour down a 2-lane highway and think that that's safe for the people in the car or in another car. Are you tracking with me? So stop hurrying and start healing. You say, well, Rod, what do you mean by start healing? Start focusing on the healing journey, the healing process. And there's a very clear process. In fact, we have a new book coming out in just a few weeks that will help you navigate the process to recovery from the betrayal. But if you try to skip over the process, it only gets worse because infidelity, believe it or not, never can heal itself. It just can't. The wounds are too deep. The pain is too extraordinary. It cannot heal itself. It needs triage. It needs care. It needs you to be humble. So it needs humility. It needs you to be transparent. It needs you to be honest. It needs you to be empathic. It needs you to be consistent. It needs you to be full of integrity. Those are the things that are vital, principal, crucial to the healing process. And so I just want to encourage you, slow down. Don't try to fix your anxiety or your guilt. Focus on how you can support your spouse in their anxiety and the shame and the pain that they're feeling. Focus on their healing rather than on hurrying through the process. If this is helpful to you, if this is clarifying to you, whether you committed adultery or betrayed someone, or you were the person on the painful end of it, this probably is helping you, because if you were on the painful end, you may have been feeling the guilt, like, why can't I just get over this? Why can't I just move on? And what I'm trying to help you grasp is it's not the kind of thing you can just get over and move on and keep going. If you feel that way, there's probably a high likelihood that you still really love the person who hurt you. That means there's some hope that you guys can recover. But I just want to challenge you, do not hurry this process. All right? How do you stop the pain of betrayal? You stop defending and start respecting. Stop defending and start respecting. So often, people who have betrayed someone, when it's brought back up, when those questions are asked again, even if there was a disclosure day, even if everything seems cool, a person can be triggered just by the smell of something or the sound of something that reminds them of the day they discovered when the infidelity happened. I've got a client who says, every time our child's birthday comes around, I'm fully reminded of the infidelity that my spouse committed against me, the adultery. I can't get it out of my memory, out of my mind, because it's so closely associated with that birth date that when the birthday comes around, I drown in anger and sadness and rage sometimes, and I resent what my spouse did to me. Well, when that's happening, the tendency on the part of the person who did the acts of betrayal or the act of betrayal, they can become defensive. And the defensive means they start responding like, well, I thought we were through with this. I thought we had moved on. I don't have to deal with this anymore. I'm forgiven. I'm free. And you're not going to keep dragging me down. That's defensiveness. Instead of being defensive, learn to respect what the other person is dealing with. Respect what they're going through. Respect that they're in pain. Respect that they've been triggered. Respect that they're having an experience that you can actually help with, but you can't help if you keep defending yourself. If you make yourself the focus, it seems a little narcissistic. Like, in fact, people who suffer from narcissistic personality disorder, they respond by defending, and it's what we call an ego defense mechanism, where the person just doesn't want to be seen as a bad person, so they will defend and deflect and defend and deflect and forget all about the person that they hurt, who's sitting right over there, or who's in another room crying, who's in another room anger, who's in another room longing for some answers to make them feel better. What they need is the respect of empathy, the respect of care, the respect of you saying, hey, I'm still really sorry that I caused this pain in your life. It could be 2 years later, it could be 3 years later, it could be 5 years later. I'm still really sorry. I really wish I had not put you in this space, and I hate that what I've done is oftentimes triggered by these things. What do you need from me right now? Is there anything that I can do? See, that's what respect sounds like. I'm trying to drop some bars on y'all who don't know what to do in times like this. Like, I'm telling you, there is a surefire process, steps, and things that you can do, should do, and I want to share those with you. So today I've given you 3. Let me just track back. So stop apologizing and start empathizing. Okay, you got it. I hear you, right? Stop apologizing, start empathizing, stop hurrying and start healing. Stop hurrying the process. Focus on the healing, and then stop defending and start demonstrating respect. Stop defending yourself and demonstrate with humility some respect for the experience, a painful experience the other person is going on. Here's what happens after a while. The more consistently you do these things, the more consistent the journey to healing is. In other words, it doesn't have to be like this. It's going to be like that early on. But the more consistent you are, the things I just shared with you, the more the person can begin to heal. And you will be a hero in their life, and you can recover your love. And I speak that with all the hope and the faith that are possible. You can recover your love. You can have a far better relationship. You can recover trust. You can recover connection. You can recover intimacy in your relationship if you will do these things. And I want to also invite you to a great opportunity for you to build and focus on trust and intimacy. It's our Intimacy Reset Challenge for couples. And in it, we teach you how to begin to rebuild trust, how to begin to develop new levels of intimacy, new levels of connection, so that you begin to not feel distant and apart from one another. You love each other, but you don't know how to come together. We want to help you leave that experience, the Intimacy Reset Challenge experience, feeling more excited about being together, more excited and hopeful about your recovery. You'll be able to be in the house and enjoy conversations with one another. You'll be able to go for walks and hold hands, and it won't feel awkward. You can feel the weight of forgiveness if there's been infidelity, because you're learning the skills for rebuilding intimacy. Let's see. Intimacy Reset Challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, a 5-night challenge, 1 hour a night, unless you get the VIP. Listen, for $297 to get this kind of coaching like I'm giving you right now, you can recover in your relationship life. You can recover. If you join the VIP, if you get a VIP ticket, it's $497. You come in, I will work with you in a semi-private setting where you get to ask your questions, and I stay there for that hour just working on your questions, helping you, coaching you, encouraging you so that you can move forward in your love life together. So the Intimacy Reset Challenge. So make sure that you click on the link and you register. I can't wait to see you in our next challenge. And hey, I'm rooting for you. I'm in your corner. I believe in you. And if you're that person who betrayed someone, hey, you can recover as well. You can be better. You can get to the root of it. And I want to encourage you, don't give up on your love. Love is worth fighting for. And I hope you guys will keep doing this work. All right, I'll see you in the next